Surfwheel starts.
Oh my god. Dang, I'm close.
Oh, my bad.
Whoa, yeah. Why does it shake like that?
Find your balance.
This is like hard.
Yeah.
That's smoother, so let me try to do now. Wait.
Alright, the truth is, I also looked like those kids that were trying for the first time. When I first got onto it, I looked just like that, but I didn't want to record myself falling, so I just wanted to practice before I even made a video. But after 2 hours of just practicing, I started to get the hang of it. So it does take a little practice, but once your body figures out how to balance, you're gonna get street surfing on this surf wheel. Even though I'm learning how to surf on land, it's actually smooth, fast, and fun. Back to the unboxing. The surf wheel has a big grip tape that you're not going to be slipping when it's wet. And of course, you're going to get the charging brick. And you can also order these training wheels to help you balance and turn. So it's a lot lower to the ground, so you're not going to teeter-totter as much. Now that was my first boot starting this up. And you can see the lights, pretty cool looking. As you can see, the LEDs run through the whole sides of the board. It does come with some protections, you want to take that off. Now the circle right in the middle is rubber, and that's the placement of your foot to activate the board. As we can see, the power button and the charging port. Moving on to the app, this works for the App Store and Play Store. Search for your surf wheel and connect it, and then you're going to be able to do a couple little things there, like turn on your headlights, change the units. And of course, you can go to the settings and tune the performance. There you go. You can see you can go from level 10, and that's the default settings. So I know that I was really squirrely on this surf wheel, so I wanted to go up to people and let them test it out for the first time to make sure it wasn't just me. But you can see new people are also struggling riding the first time. I found it amusing that everybody I asked always wanted to try it out. I then went to a tennis court to feel the ground, how much smoother it is, and I will say that it does make everything so much easier to learn on and to ride on a smooth surface just like this. So if you were practice on this type of surface, you're going to be able to learn a lot quicker. I was still really rusty riding on this top, but as I kept riding, I started getting more confident. I started to understand the balance, and the better I got, the more fun it became.
What is that?
Surf wheel.
I've had a lot of people ask me what this was. So at this new place, there's a skate park, so I decided to see if skateboarders can ride the surf wheel. I've had people come up to me to ride, and I've come up to people to ask if they want to try it out. As always, they all start squirrely.
Forward or backwards, then you can start shifting your weight.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, see, once you find that balance.
It's taken an average of like 4 steps off the board to kind of get a balance off of it.
I'm guessing you can like turn.
Yeah.
Like this.
It's like, it said it's not like the hoverboard, it's not like skateboarding, it's like surfing, so it's a surf wheel.
There you go. Oh gosh, I know why I haven't started learning to surf yet.
Now the next group of people, these guys are doing kick flips, they're grinding, so I was hoping that these guys would be able to ride the surfboard better than I did. But turns out they all were struggling just as bad or worse than I was. And of course, other kids want to come and try it as well. And the same process happened. They can't take off or ride it past like 5 feet.
Hey, Brady, you can ride this? You can ride this?
But keep in mind, it took me 2 hours to even get it to move forward. So you do have to practice. But these kids can obviously pick it up a lot better if they actually had it themselves. A lot of them were hilarious, and no one really fell on the ground where they got hurt. Remember, there's a learning mode to practice so you can get better balance, and there's also training wheels if you need those to practice. So this kid was pretty dedicated. He wanted to actually move more, and after 10 minutes, he started to really take a ride with it. So he was the most dramatic falls out of everybody who tried it. But again, no one actually fell on their butt.
Is it heavy?
Yeah.
What do you think of it so far? Like 10 minutes of you riding it.
It was fun, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never tried these things. Oh my god. I
Yeah.
need some more space.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh dang, this thing is heavy.
Yeah, it is.
Dang, I'm close.
So of course, more kids want to try it out themselves, so I'll let them.
There you go, you got to balance.
And this
now.
is the youngest, smallest kid on here, and he got it one of the fastest to get going past the mark that I did not believe he would do.
Wow, that's pretty quick.
So if they can do it, other kids can do it, obviously.
What? I'm surprised you got it.
In the Surfwheel. Oh, whoa. Okay, hold on. I haven't done one of these, so don't make fun of me. Oh, huh, my bad.
So this is like surfing, nothing like skateboarding.
That's scary.
There you go. Once you find the balance portion,
So of course, if they had more
There you
practice or even the training wheels, they can learn a lot quicker. But everyone who tried and didn't succeed still thought it was fun.
not that good.
After him, can I try?
Okay.
I know, I've already done it, but I like that thing.
So I wrapped it up, I left the park, I waited till midnight so I can ride this at nighttime, and I have to launch the app so I can turn the lights on and off and control different settings just with the swipe of that toggle there. Pretty bright. So the default settings, and you can accelerate, go to the responsiveness and the power, of course. So I keep it all at 1010 because I feel that confident. At nighttime, you're very visible, and you got front headlights and back headlights, so you can always see the road or what's coming behind you and in front of you. Now the Surfwheel is pretty heavy at 20 pounds. You can see that I can carry it pretty lightly, but for kids it's definitely gonna be a little bit heavy for them. And there you go, that's the look of it when you're hand holding it. And again, riding it at nighttime, I'm more around the 3.5 to 4 hours of riding the Surfwheel now, so I'm beginning to learn how to steer it a lot better. Now I am limited on the sidewalk, there's a lot of ridges there and I can feel it, but it's pretty smooth for the most part. There's no shocks on it, so you'll feel bumps if you come off of them. So went to the street. Of course, no traffic, ride safety, do not try this at your own neighborhood, or as that said, at home. And as I knew I had a longer stretch of a road, I tried to take this top speed, and I got up to 15 miles per hour, and that is fast. But it felt too fast for me. Now here's the best part about that. It could probably go faster, that was just the comfort that I took it as. So your experience can really push the limit to the Surfwheel. And now let's conclude this video. What this is basically you want to just play around in your area. You can go up to 10 to 12 miles of riding time. I weigh 170 pounds and I was able to ride for over 2 hours, surprisingly, when I took it to the park. So other than that, this isn't for everybody. At this price point, and performance is right up there with the other guys, this would make a great gift and also improve your balance. If you can ride this, you should be able to ride anything else. What do you guys think? If you want one for yourself, you already know what to do. Find it all in the description down below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Later.